Hello YouTube! How's it going? Dylan here, coming at you with another issue of Convergence. This time we actually have Convergence number 1. And I'm gonna say right off the bat, a little confusing if you weren't reading Earth 2. It kind of gives you a brief, what happened in it. Like, Apocalypse was destroying Earth or attacking Earth and the heroes were failing. But not just that. Like that's kind of the only confusing part. If you haven't been reading Earth 2, it really focuses heavily on those characters. But it opens up with which is really cool, with the Injustice universe. And Superman has escaped his prison and is pretty much just wrecking everything. And then, Telos doesn't like that. Telos calls them a failed experiment and then destroys the entire city. And then the Earth 2 heroes kind of just appear on Telos because their planet's about to die, and Telos obviously has been pulling cities out of doomed timelines, and he kind of screws up, and he says he does because he doesn't actually get the city with the Earth 2 heroes. He just gets the Earth 2 heroes. And he also gets a hero called the Red Avatar of Earth, who I've never heard of. She must be an Earth 2 character, I'm assuming. But, she's underground, and, the Flash, Jay Garrick, and Dick Grayson are kind of arguing, and she kind of just comes up out of the earth and kisses Dick Grayson. It's kind of funny, because, Dick's like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" Because, he lost his kids and wife, and apparently he had kids and wife. Who knew? But she just kind of comes up out of the ground and kisses him. And then they're just kind of all talking. And then these liquid metal robot things start coming out of the ground out of nowhere. And they're, trying to get away. And they start forming a dome. And the Superman of Earth 2, kind of freezes the dome from finishing at first, and then Telos appears, and he's like, "Whoa, why are you guys here? Why don't you have a city? You're in error." And they're like, "What does that even mean?" And then he explains to them what he's been doing. And the Superman, or I guess I should just call him Superman of Earth 2, is like, "You need to free them. This is not cool." And Telos is like, "Well, yes, I will free them. And when I free them, you all will have to fight. You'll have to fight to see who survives." And then Telos has this grand... It's actually a really cool page. You see him and and he's just looking into one domed city. Well, you're getting the view from one domed city, and has this grand speech about what's going to be happening, and he references all of Infinite Crisis, 0 Hour, Flashpoint, Kingdom Come. He references all of those in his speech. And then, I think all the other... He's just, looking at all of them, telling them, and then you get this really cool shot of, seeing all him. You get him, and then the things behind him, all the different worlds. All kind of just looking. And then the last shot is a really cool shot. Is another all Superman shot. You just see all the different Supermans. And the only one that... I only recognize one Superman, and one of these is pre-52, I think. I'm not sure. And none of them are the Injustice Superman, because the Injustice Superman was killed. But, Kingdom Come Superman. He's in here, too. And then the actual book itself is actually really cool, because it's actually, a panel straight out of the book. You can see it. And then again, it has in the backup, it's got who's who's who in the Convergence. Like, so Convergence number 1, issue number 1, actually still kind of just set the stage, but you actually got to follow some of the heroes. Not that they weren't fighting or anything, but you still got to kind of follow them and what was happening with them. And if anyone was reading Earth 2 World's End, you got a nice follow-up. What happened to them? I am reading 2 tie-ins. I'm reading the Titans tie-in and the Harley Quinn tie-in. And when they're completed, because there are only 2 issues per story, part 1 and part 2, then I will review those and summarize those, the full stories, for you guys. But yeah, so Convergence number 1. I'm really excited for this whole event. Really fun. So that was Convergence number 1. Convergence number 2 should be out next week, I believe. I think it's a weekly book. If it is, I've got a lot of work to do, but that's okay, because I'm just going to be summarizing it for you guys. I know that the title says review, but review, summary, I think review sounds better. But yeah. So, let me know what you thought of Convergence number 1. Catch you guys later.